Yeah, American, I think, honestly speaking, I think only mostly American abstract style was the inspiration because it was, I feel like, originated here, and that was acknowledged and passed on to us.
Now, you said you're in New York now, and you've been there for 4 years, and I'm assuming it's the interior design career that brought you there,
Yes.
right? Um, how would you compare the New York scene today to the Russia scene today?
Um, you need to think maybe city-wise. So I would compare Moscow and New York because Moscow was the last city I lived in before coming to New York. And to be honest with you, I was very nicely surprised about New York scene because I thought that I would not be appreciated or invited here in New York in any way. You know, this weird Russian punk girl coming to a practice where everybody does very New York style
hmm
breaking, you know. I thought I'm gonna be like a tall loner over here, but it was amazing how I found friends right away. I got into the community. I got so much support. I don't know. It's insane. I got so much love here that I didn't get in Moscow, which is crazy because that's like my people from one side. But I also was um, not from Moscow, so I had to earn respect, etc., etc. But I didn't feel ever being included in Moscow. It was kind of like always step aside, you know. Never I felt myself like a Moscow scene person. Here in New York, I spent same time as in Moscow, 4 years, and I feel like I'm New York. I'm New Yorker now. I'm a New York dancer now. Mm, Everybody support me. I have like a huge wall of people behind me when I dance, and this is all people I met here. So that's the main difference. Acceptance, maybe, and support. The community is so strong in New York. It's insane. We were talking with Jean, that's dancer who owns Wondrous Spot. It's a practice spot that we always go to, and he told me something like, "It's crazy how nice is the scene right now. Everybody, it's much like relationships are much healthier than usual. It's much more supportive. It's like you can feel as a family here right now in New York dance wise, and that wasn't the case maybe like 10 years ago or something. So yeah, and I never felt that support in Moscow, so that's the difference."
No doubt. And what about just living in the countries? Because now you're talking about Russia, a communist country, versus USA, a said democratic country.
Let's begin with the United States, and it will not likely come as a surprise to most if it was said the leadership of the United States believes in capitalism. But what does capitalism actually mean? The main concept behind it is that the main things that drive the economy, factories, farms, businesses, all belong to private individuals, called capitalists. A capitalist is someone who uses their own money to invest into a business in the hopes of turning a profit. For work that they cannot do themselves, or do not want to do, employees are hired and paid a wage for that work. For somebody who believes in capitalism, they would agree that this is the ideal free society. It gives everyone the freedom to try new ideas and compete to see which ones work the best, but also creates competition, which ensures prices stay low. The critique of capitalism, however, is that it can create social and economic inequality and damage the environment. It also creates cycles of prosperity and recession, and those who work wage jobs do not make enough money to enjoy the prosperous times, but still suffer the negative consequences of those depressions. The Soviet Union tried to run a socialist economy, where the things that drive the economy, factories, farms, businesses, all belong to everyone. They valued strong cooperation over competition. The Soviets planned every function of the economy through the government. Supporters of this type of system would point out that there was zero unemployment in the Soviet Union. The system also allowed for the economy to be focused on significant tasks, which was great when you needed to do something large, like defeat Nazi Germany or send people into space. However, a critique of the system would point out that what is being presented as collective ownership by the people is actually government ownership. With only a single controller, mismanagement could, and did, lead to crippling shortages and even mass starvation.
Like, how does that play into just like your day-to-day life?
Good question. You know, just as a person, it's always difficult to move from one country to another. It's completely different mentality. It's you need to learn everything, and it's not that it's slightly different. Honestly, Russia and States are drastically different.
Oh wow. Okay.
People, the system, everything is super different. You had to learn all from the very like I'm a kid, you know, that came into the world and started to learn stuff. That's how I felt here. People are very different, and I'm not saying if any one of us are better or worse. It's just super different. Like the approach, the like communication with people. I had to learn how I can, because you know it's not a secret. Like we all Russians are looking pretty rough on a on like you know I don't know. Everybody say you Russians are like rude or you talk like very
aggressively.
direct, you know,
Yeah.
with no sweetening. You know, like we're like, hey,
You don't sugarcoat.
I need I don't know, I need your t-shirt, give it to me, you know, something like that. But like in States it's completely different. People always smile to you, people always will say like bunch of nice stuff before they go to the case, you know.
Right,
and
right.
when you come from Russia, when you do business very directly and you can say person, I don't like that. You know. And here in States you can't do it, and that's something that I had to learn. And right now when I'm already like when I got used to everything like that, I love it here. And for me coming back to Russia and like meeting all this like faces and saying to me no, it's very difficult, but it's not bad. It's also very understandable. Like yes, he doesn't like it, or yes, she likes it. So it's just mentality. It's very different. And what I learned is that Russians are very cold outside, but very warm inside. And Americans are opposite. So Americans are very warm outside, but not cold, but distant. So you will let people in like in your soul, like when like million time passes, million like situations pass when you understand that you can trust these people. In Russia it's opposite. You like if you like the person, you're like, oh come in, you're my best friend, you know, that's kind of stuff. So it's completely different, but it's not bad, neither of it bad, it's just different.
Right, just different, yeah. No doubt. That's awesome. And it's funny that you say that, because in America, to an extent, New Yorkers are considered the rough talkers.
Rude, to be offensively impolite or ill-mannered. Discourteous, brash, audacious, cheeky. And right now you're probably asking yourself, hey Ben, why are we talking about the word rude?
Well, I'll tell you.
Recently, Business Insider released a survey listing the rudest cities in America. And at the top of the list, at number 1, is
Omaha, Nebraska. I'm just kidding. It's New York City.
Yep. Our fine city, known for its laid-back, easygoing vibe, is surprisingly the rudest city in the country, beating out Chicago, DC, and LA, where everybody looks like they're smiling, but it's really Botox.
So if you think that even they're nice compared to Russians, I'm like, wow, I gotta go see what Russia's doing.
Yeah, it's insane. All the Russia, like I just had my friends came from Moscow to New York, and they're like, "Oh my God, we just went out the airport, and there was people who just asked if we need help," and we were like, "What?" In Russia, you don't get this.
Right. In Russia, they probably just look at you like, what?
And
Like,
it's
what?
like, just go.
Yeah. No doubt. That is hilarious. Now, Marta, this has been I've had really enjoyed having you on here and talking to you. Is your husband from Russia or is he from here?
My husband is from here, from States. He's from Virginia, by DC.
And
But
have you taken
Huh?
have you taken him home?
No, not yet. I want
Okay.
to do it, but then pandemic happened, so we're gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
it when this all resolves.
Yeah, no doubt. Because I would love to be a fly on the wall seeing his reaction to it. Like
Oh my
coming
God.
because
I wanna
Virginia's
see
kind of
that.
kind of in the South a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So they have a very nice way for him to how he would react to the coldness on the outside of the Russians.
He actually met my family. So I have a grandmother in Seattle,
Oh,
and her
nice.
husband, and we went to meet them there. And the first thing, but I told him that might happen. You just need to be ready. And he's like, okay. And we came to the house, and first thing my grandfather did, he took cognac from the I don't know, a very old cognac from the shelf, and he's like, okay, let's drink for the meeting. And then he poured the shots.
Oh, wow.
Right away,
Nice.
we just entered the house.
He's like, hi, yeah, what's your name? Okay, cool. Come over here. I got this cognac for you.
Yeah. So
That
that's
is
what
awesome.
happened to him in Russia as well with my
Oh,
dad.
wow. I know, right? That is hilarious. And so
Yeah.
both of you, so I'm assuming that both your grandparents are from Russia.
Yeah.
Okay, no doubt. Cool. Last thing, because we've talked about crews, we've talked about corporate events, so on and so forth. Do you think that corporations should have as much control in breaking as they currently do?
Honestly, how I saw how, for example, Red Bull treats the dancers, it's amazing. That's how dancers should be treated all the time. You know, when you feel like you're an artist, I actually talked with Melissa about it in Orlando, that you feel like you are important and you came here as an artist and everybody enjoyed that you're there, and that's how it should be, because we're not just like
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section, and to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace until the next episode.